The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends, and welcome to SWOONTOWER Soccer. I'm Steph Crignola.
And I'm Mike Crignola.
And today we're all about the boys.
Yeah.
We have got a very exciting...
New boy alert.
There was a alarm sound happening outside while you started doing that, and I was very confused. Woo, woo, woo. New boy alert. We've got a match Scott, fit checks, match moods, goals Celly, social media standouts, and then we'll wrap things up with our Houston Dynamo preview.
And the man of your jersey, which I would never forget.
Ever.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about this new boy.
Yeah. His name is Robert. His name is also Taylor. He has two first names, and
It's your
put
favorite
together,
thing.
Robert Taylor.
I kind of feel like his last name should have a J in it.
Oh, because he's Finnish?
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes to us from Miami, though.
Oh, yeah. And Miami is big sad to be losing him, which makes me big glad.
Yeah, it seems like he really won the hearts of the fans over there, and so I'm hopeful that he wins ours as well.
He's going to pass to Uzuni, and Uzuni is going to have 10 billion goals, is what I've learned from Instagram comments from Miami fans.
Oh, I love that. I hope that happens for us.
Mostly just because it said, oh, who's going to give the ball to Messi now? Basically, a lot of them. So I'm just extrapolating data.
Yeah. I like this. This is what people come to SWOONTOWER for, is definitely that insight.
Yep.
You are welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
He's also very cute.
Yeah, he's a soccer player.
Yeah. So we are excited for when he will join the team. Coach Nico Dad said that he is still in Miami this weekend, so we won't see him when we go to Houston, but we should see him the week after that.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff. Apparently he can play every position, so.
Yeah, he ran down the entire list of positions, so that's great to hear.
Nico knows all the positions.
Yeah, he knows all 11 players on the field. The only one he didn't mention is goalkeeper, and that is true on Robert Taylor's transfer market page as well. All of the circles that you could play in, he has played in, including center back. So
Brad is so special.
yeah.
All right, let's talk about our match, Scott.
Speaking of special,
Our match, Scott, Pantera, is a sweet angel, beautiful baby.
yeah,
She's like 6 years old. She
the
is
mother of at least two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Semper
Ura
Fi.
and Semper Fi.
That's right.
Who have been adopted, which is really exciting.
Yeah,
And so now you should give their mom a home.
Yeah, if you aren't swayed yet, just listen to this interview.
Good girl. Hi, Pantera. We've got a couple questions for you, okay?
First off, I just wanted you to expound on what you were saying earlier about how actually Hatebreed's Satisfaction is the Death of Desire is like your favorite metalcore album.
Yeah, good girl. Okay, I have a question. You've got one beautiful blue eye and one beautiful brown eye. Does that help you see the future that we're going to get an Austin FC win today? Good answer. That's pretty exciting. Okay, Pantera, can you get us Listos Verde? Good girl. Thank you.
She was just so gentle.
Oh my goodness, the gentlest.
So, I don't want to say like slow moving, because I think she has like energy, but she was just so precious, like so gentle, so sweet.
Yes. Very, very cute, and like so soft with all the kids that came up too. Just really, yeah.
Really great dog.
Good girl.
Yeah.
What's her rating?
Oh, I'm going to give her 30,000 treats.
Okay. I don't
Out
know if
of
that's
10.
a rating or a promise. I will give her 2 differently colored eyes out of 2.
That's right.
Yeah, she's got that cool heterochromia going
Yeah.
on, and so I always love that in a dog.
Oh, that's right. I asked about it, which I remembered because you just heard it. And so now I sound stupid.
Listen, we recorded that almost a week ago,
Yeah.
and a lot happened in this match.
A lot did happen. We'll get to it in a second, but I want to pause on our fit checks because
There are looks.
we got some looks. Can I right out the bat say what we're all thinking?
Are we all thinking?
What we're all thinking.
Okay, let's hear it.
Like, we know we've talked about Steph Cleveland's wife getting in the comments of Austin FC demanding photos of Steph. And we got one
It happened.
this week. But, like, if this is what he's going to be wearing, no wonder he's not usually in them. Sorry.
Wow.
Khakis and
Stephanie,
a wrinkled button up.
be nice.
Khakis
No, I know.
and a wrinkly button up.
Maybe he was doing yard work before he got to work.
Maybe. He does look happy.
Yeah.
He's got a little, like, chest showing.
He's got new haircut.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell the cut is clean at least. The cut is fresh, so
Yep.
that's good.
Yep. He's got something in his left front pocket. He's got his phone in his right front pocket,
Yeah.
which is back. But his left front pocket, I don't know.
Looks like car keys, maybe.
It looks like a vape.
It's probably not a vape.
No, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I see it. I will say, if he was doing yard work, Mewtwo clearly came from painting his new nursery.
Uh-huh.
Which shout out to Mewtwo for becoming a dad this week.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. You
So
can tell that
exciting.
he was busy at home painting, and those definitely are not like $10,000 jeans that like are supposed to have all the paint splattered on them.
Uh-huh.
You know,
You
that's
can definitely tell that.
yeah. Don't worry, dog. I got your back. You were doing man stuff, painting.
Yeah. We did get one absolutely fire fit this week.
From who?
Leo. Hey, did you get it?
No.
You said from who?
Oh,
Who?
I see.
Who? And I said Leo.
This might be the most not good Julio Cascante fit of the year.
Get out of here. Why?
He looks like he's wearing like he's a child wearing his dad's shirt, and also like wanted to dress like a ninja for the day or something. Like it looks like a costume.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to dress like a ninja sometimes?
I'm just saying. Normally Julio is king of the fits. I don't think anyone particularly covered themselves in glory this week.
I think that the thing I like about this is that, like, when you're so fit and you wear these, like, big baggy clothes, like, and it's, like, unbuttoned down to your belly button, it's like, I'm going to let you fill in the rest. You know? Like,
it is like the polar opposite of Alexander Svatak's look this week, which is like I'm going on a first Zoom interview, and so like I think I can get away with shorts.
I thought you were gonna say a first zoo trip because he
He
also kind of
does.
looks like a little boy on a field trip.
Yeah, he looks like he's at like a day camp field trip.
Mommy put me in my best polo.
But it's short season. I don't want to be too hot.
No, Mommy says I overheat. Easy.
Yeah, exactly. I think it might be the haircut in the face too.
Yes.
Like he's
Oh,
got a
yes.
very first day of school face on in this picture, which I love.
Mommy says she put my favorite sandwich in my toiletry bag.
Yeah, she cut off the crust on this one for sure. Let Mummy cook.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, the fits were not fitting great this week, but
Yeah,
we got some
nothing-
great match moods.
Honestly, yeah, it seems like they saved all the fire for the field
In the fireworks.
because wow.
Yeah.
The first thing I do want to talk about for match moods is I know that in the South End, it was a pretty somber beginning to the day. One of the most beloved South End fans, Marco Sanaya, lost his son over the week in a senseless tragedy of gun violence, and it's really powerful to see the community come out and support each other in spaces like this. And yeah, just really glad to see the outpouring of love for Marcos and his family, and to see the club acknowledge that as well, both in a pre-match moment and then in opening the press conference. Coach Nico talked about it as well, like really, really special.
Yeah.
And so that said, he was also immortalized in the TIFO.
Mm-hmm.
There was a special shout out to Marco Sanaya Jr. as well in the TIFO, which was incredible.
It was absolutely stunning.
This TIFO was so cool. There was 17 different artists that all designed a different piece of it. Hundreds and hundreds of hours go into these things. This one just massively so beautiful, so cool, and such a great way to kind of showcase the variety of artistic talent in the Austin FC community.
Yeah, huge shout out to Elise for kind of leading and pulling this all together. This is someone who, I mean, an incredible artist in her own right, but my favorite people in this community are the people who are so dedicated and passionate about lifting everyone else up with them and alongside of them. And that's something really incredible and powerful that Elise did with this TIFO, is that she made it a space where so many different artists could come together and show off their unique skills in a cohesive design. And it was just a really beautiful, everyone on the TIFO team deserves so much applause for that.
Yeah. Super cool TIFO. Really kind of set the stage for the day. You know,
Yeah.
We knew it was going up, and so we went and hung out on the north end to see it come up, and it's always such a triumph to see these things as they get raised up.
Yeah, really incredible work, y'all.
Yep. And then the match started.
Yeah, it did.
And oh boy, was it crazy.
Yeah, it was exactly what you would expect from Diego Fagundes back in our house.
Yeah, it was a wild game. There was a lot of energy, there was a lot of passion,
there was a lot of crossbars.
There was so much crossbar. Steph, are we cursed?
I don't think so.
Landon also doesn't think so, but
Yeah,
he
it's because-
cursed Sebastian Driussi last year.
Here, listen, here's the thing.
And so
Anyone who says that Landon cursed Sebastian Driussi is just denying the fact that Sebastian Driussi cursed himself.
I don't know. I blame Landon.
Okay, well, I don't. And I don't think we're cursed. I think we're doing exactly what we need to do. And we're going to keep building and growing. And when Robert Taylor gets here, it's all going to come together.
Just to be safe.
Missing the final piece.
Just to be safe, I'm making a mirror box and I'm burning a candle over it before the match this weekend. So
Okay.
Because you can never know, right? And so I Googled WikiHow to cancel a curse, and that was one of the options.
Like a mirror box?
Yep.
So the box, all the sides of the box are mirrors?
On the inside, and you put the cursor in the box so that it reflects back
How
on
are you going to get
itself.
Paul Pogba out here?
I don't think Paul Pogba did it. I don't think Paul Pogba knows we exist.
Do you think it was like a Paul Pogba stan? Someone
Who's
who
to say?
like an imitator? What do they call them in serial killing?
A copycat.
Yeah. What a simple word. Okay.
No, but I don't know. I haven't decided who I'm putting in the mirror box. I've got a couple ideas. Listeners, if you want to DM me your ideas to go in the mirror box, let me know. I am building it this afternoon while you're listening.
Okay.
So get at me quick.
Well, I want to talk about some fun things that I noticed while I was watching.
Great.
And I had a lot of fun watching this match. I was so stressed. I was just waiting for someone to start fighting. Unfortunately, I had to wait a very long time. But I think that I'm the opposite of cursed.
Oh?
I think I am a powerful force in the Austin FC bench community because
Galaxy.
we got no,
wrong word.
We don't want to say that.
Yeah, no, wrong word for this week.
We watched our subs come out in the first half, and I yelled very loudly, "Where's Julio?" because he did not come out with that set. And then I yelled again quite loudly, "Free Julio." Mike picked up on that. We yelled that for a good minute. Next time the subs came out, guess who was with them? It was Julio. We did that. We did that.
The power of the fans.
Yeah. So if you ever think that you don't have a voice in this organization,
yell free Julio.
Yell about Julio. Especially in a match where Julio definitely knows he's not going in. It was very fun to watch him in the warm-up area because he was doing literally everything besides warming up. And by literally everything, I mean he was standing there and like locked in on what was happening in the match. He did not move for like 15 minutes straight.
And neither did Steph's eyes. She missed a lot of play. But it's okay because that part most of the time is on the Apple TV rebroadcast.
Yeah, if I missed something, I could have caught it in post.
Yeah, unless they are spending that time focusing on players who are not involved in anything that's going on.
Well, and if I hadn't been watching, then I wouldn't have caught the funniest moment of the match, which is when Ilie took a water bottle and poured it over his face and did a little like hair shakeout, like he was on a beautiful like Herbal Essences rain shampoo commercial.
Yeah, for folks who didn't grow up in the mid-90s, these commercials were unavoidable on TV. Everyone was like washing their hair under a waterfall.
Yeah, waterfall and going, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, it was like vaguely inappropriate for TV, but made for a great commercial.
Yeah, great commercial. That's marketing, baby. Did advertising work?
It just did. Go buy Herbal Essences.
You know who it worked on?
Who?
CJ Fodre, who literally seconds after Ilie did his shampoo commercial, CJ like also picked up a water bottle and poured it on his head. But
How'd it
was
go?
Not smooth. It was like
less cool.
It was so much less cool.
Sorry,
he tried
CJ.
so hard.
Sorry, CJ.
I'm not. I am applauding him for trying.
Then we got a goal.
Yeah, we did.
And it was awesome. And Brandon Vasquez looked so relieved.
Yeah.
Up until that point, we weren't sure what was going to happen. But then the goal happened, and I knew for sure we were going to win.
You did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was so stressed, especially when we went down a man and had 8 minutes of extra time. That
8
ref
minutes was too many.
Bonkers.
Yeah, 8 was too many. I was a little nervous that it was 8 minutes and down a man, but I knew we were going to hold on.
I'm proud of you for knowing.
And then the final whistle blew, which was really the bell rang.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when the fighting started.
Oh my gosh. I was so mad. People were trying to talk to me and I was trying, the camera didn't zoom in.
Your eyes, you mean?
My eyes? No, like the camera on the field.
Oh, yeah, on the big TV.
Yeah. And so I was trying to figure out, I was so disoriented and I wanted to watch more of the fight.
Yeah, it was crazy. So much pushing, so much yelling, so much Joseph Paintsil being a real ding-dong.
Yeah, he kept pointing at his crest as he walked out and holding up 6 fingers. And it was just very, he was having big feelings.
Yeah, you could tell he was upset that we didn't care about the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I want someone to be as proud of the Austin FC badge as he is of his Galaxy badge.
I hear you and I get that. I think that no matter what team he was playing for, if it had even 1 star on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a Galaxy thing for him. I think it's a him thing for him.
That's also fine, honestly, because I think Biru is that guy for us. I think Biru loves playing here and loves representing our team because he was in the middle of all of it.
He sure was.
It's cool when you start a fight with the players and the coach, and the coach
takes the bait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
Incredible. And then just how much fun he was having with all the drama.
Oh my God. After, when everybody was gone, I looked over and I saw him and Riley Thomas fake boxing each other, putting on oh yeah, no, I definitely would have had him. I would have done this. And they're punching each other on the field. Boys.
Yep. Svatak and O'Brien also so happy.
Yeah. Celebrating each other's kind of wellhousery in there. The fact that Diego Rubio didn't play in the game dead middle of the scrap. He's the best.
Amazing.
It was mostly a post-match moods vibe.
Yeah, mostly.
And something that I think is worth shouting out is Danny Pereira getting the man of the match. Finally, after 4 years, he got his first man of the match, which is great. And I thought it was really cool that they had Marcos Anaya go out there for the man of the match celebration, holding a banner, remembering his son. Mm-hmm. Really, really powerful stuff again. Yeah. Just a great way to close out the day.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned it earlier. We have a goal.
Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, we
have a goal. And that means we had a goal, Celly. Because we were up at that point, so we got a celebration. And Steph, walk us through it.
All right. So the first thing we had was grabbing the back of the net and shaking it like a caged animal ready to tear it down.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Ultimate Warrior and the 90s WWF, shaking the top rope,
So much screaming. And then we ran to the corner. We hit a Superman pose. And then we got lots of hugs, lots of kisses. And then we ran back to the center of the field where we met our best friend in the world, John Gallagher. And we did a head point, a little finger head point. And it was really beautiful. Because now I know what that means.
And what's the rating?
I'm going to go with a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, this was a 9 on the emotion scale for me. This was all pure emotion. Thank God I scored it. Dude needed this so bad after the missed PK, which, oof. What a deflating moment.
But so happy for him.
After the goal. Let's go. Hopefully it unlocks some more this weekend. Hopefully we start raining them on.
We're gonna.
All right. Let's do some social media standouts because we still have a match preview to get to.
All right. So a lot of these are kind of follow-ups of what happened in the match. Where Austin TV did an interview with Guilherme Biru where they asked what his problem is with LA Galaxy. And he's like, I don't have a problem. It's in their house next. And he has this goofy little grin on his face. He's clearly so unbothered and so thrilled with how much rent he is taking up in their heads.
Honestly, yeah. I love seeing, to me, this is clear indication that Diego Rubio is teaching him how to put the screws to people. And I think this is a perfect.
Incredible.
Yeah. And then there was another reaction to a post-game interview from Phil West at Verde All Day. If y'all don't follow Phil, what are you doing? But Phil asked Mirtu, hey, on that bicycle kick, how much would you have loved the goal to just be 6 inches higher or something like that? Mm-hmm. And Mirtu's face of oh yeah, that would have been pretty nice. It's just so cute, so pure. You can tell that he's another guy who when he doesn't score, no one is sadder than he is.
Yeah, he's big mad. Tantrum baby level mad. And it's great. Speaking of babies,
The sweet angel
Yeah.
baby, Brad Stuber. Is that the?
No, this picture of Danny from practice where he's just
we're
like
going that way.
jungle gym hanging on the net with his face like he's a real little stinker, you know? Like that's
Yeah.
the kind of like, I'm a little troublemaker.
Yeah, it reminded me of the video last year when he was hanging in the corner like that and people were taking shots like to try to get it into the top corner.
Yep. I wonder
but,
if that's what was happening.
But this one is very like, hey, let's do the artsy version of that picture.
I'm a model now.
Yeah.
It's great. And then we also got a set of piggybacking off of the fight and the mock fights happening. We got some like Danny and Owen fake punches pictures.
Yeah, they're like shadow boxing in practice, like just being buffoons together.
It's
And
so
like
good.
the way I saw them was they shared them on their stories, like to each other, like my G, and like hearting each other, like just so cute.
So cute.
You can tell the vibes are real high. All the boys are sharing their practice pics again.
And it's nice to bounce back after a big low that we haven't lost all the vibes.
Yeah,
Like-
you can tell the mentality is really good so far.
Yeah. But yes, also sweet baby angel Brad Stuver was on had an interview with the Cooligans, and the clip that I saw that came across my feed was the one about catching the mouse.
Yeah, when he was called the Animal Whisperer. Yeah, very cute interview. Highly recommend checking out the whole thing. We love the Cooligans in this house. Trying to figure out a way to get Austin to play NYCFC so that we can get them in for an opponent spotlight.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Open Cup or something?
That would be cool.
Fingers crossed.
Manifest it.
Yeah.
All right. Should we take an ad break?
I love taking ad breaks.
You know what I love?
What?
That SWOONTOWER Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury lawyers of Austin FC.
The FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm. You know, they're dedicated to community transparency and client education. And they even have their own podcast. It's called Summary Judgment. You could check it out wherever you get your podcasts.
You can go to FVF.law to find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm and why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case.
Our premier sponsor is McGuire Woods Consulting, helping clients in the public affairs space from lobbying at the local, statewide, and federal levels to digital and communications campaigns across the country.
McGuire Woods Consulting has offices in 10 MLS cities, but only advertises on this podcast because this weekend we are starting the march towards a third Copa Tejas trophy, which I have something to say about later. The most important trophy in professional sports is that one, and you can contact our friends at McGuire Woods Consulting at www.mwcllc.com for more information.
All right. This weekend, we're headed out on a road trip.
Yay!
But it's to Houston.
Boo!
This week, we are so proud to welcome onto our show for our opponent spotlight a dramatic reading of selected r/Dynamo posts from Reddit. So, y'all know that sometimes it's hard to find creators in other markets. This is not the case. We just didn't want to talk to anyone from Houston this weekend. There's some great coverage out there. Victor Ariza is the man. There's a few other folks out there that are really good. But let's be real. Dynamo, boo.
Boo.
So we thought it would be more fun to just pick some posts off their Reddit and read them out loud.
And this should give us a really clear indication of a level-headed take on how the team is doing.
Yeah, the thing I love about Reddit is everyone goes there for normal vibes.
And nuance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you want to kick this off?
Yeah. So this first post is from user u/blank is dead. From the post, Dynamo will visit Phoenix Rising in the U.S. Open Cup round of 32 on May 6 or 7. Dynamo do not have hosting priority for the round of 16 if they advance.
Let's all hope El Paso pulls an upset against Austin. Sucks, though. Was planning on going to an Open Cup game, Phoenix Rising isn't a bad team, and if Austin does advance, then I have little hope that this current Dynamo team can pull an upset at Austin.
We love to hear that. Thanks so much, user u/blank is dead.
Our next post comes from user u/enema6699.
Nice.
From the post EFL analysis, Houston Dynamo to sign Derby County target Toyosi Olusanya. The MLS side who have beaten several championship clubs due to Olusanya's signature have been named.
As far as I'm concerned, basically any change is a good change, so long as what we currently do and what we currently have produces one win and almost no goals a quarter of the way through the season.
Astute.
Yeah, thanks, Anima6699.
Nice.
This next post is from user Jonathan_G from the post Dynamo 11.
Ben needs to do subs much earlier. He waits so stinking long.
Thank you. Astute.
This next post is from user u/Red Kenny from the post. The Dynamo have dug themselves a deep hole.
As of now, the Dynamo's current pace puts them on course for 26 points. Despite this, I do think the team will improve. But the issue is the level they have to play at to make the playoffs. The team currently has 7 points through 9 games. Just to hit the 45-point mark to get to the play-in, they need 38 points from 25 games. On a points-per-game basis, that's 1.52, which if we calculate that pace over a 34-game sample size, it would be 52 points. That's basically their level of play the last 2 years.
That's you can't argue with math.
No, that's a lot of numbers.
I do want to call out, something really. We've had a couple co-hosts on, to get that back and forth analysis from other teams.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to read some of the follow-up comments to the post Mike just read.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lamb13, who said, "This is a lot of words to say. Y'all, give it up and hope for better next year."
Yeah, and Red and Orange Kenny did say, yeah, kind of. But if there's a silver lining, there are still 2 trophies for winning, an Open Cup or Leagues Cup.
And this is where I take umbrage, because 2 trophies?
Well, to be fair, they lost to FC Frisco already. And when they lose to us this weekend, they're basically going to be out of Copa Tejas.
But, you're just discounting the most important trophy. They're not out of it.
I think they've given up.
They clearly have given up.
Yeah. It's embarrassing for them.
They must be so embarrassed. So embarrassed that they barely post on Reddit.
So I will say that post from Red and Orange Kenny does bring up some good points. Basically, they talk about here are the ifs that would need to happen for them to be a playoff worthy team, right? If Ponce starts scoring like a record transfer fee striker. Ponce is their biggest transfer fee and is mid. If Linger keeps producing for the attack, he's a brand new signing for the team and had 1 goal in his first appearance, and everyone is pinning all their hopes on him. The next if is if 3 of their players can come back from injury to be competitors.
Mm-hmm.
If Sviatchenko stays healthy, if the goalkeeping situation settles, they don't have a solidified number 1 goalkeeper because 2 of their goalkeepers are out for the year. And so there's a lot of things going on with this Houston team that very clearly puts them at the bottom of the West right now.
And I don't want to be I don't want to go into this game too confident, because we've had this conversation with opponent spotlights before that oh yeah, you don't have anyone in your backline healthy, but then we lost.
Yeah.
Or tied. And so I don't want to underestimate the potential for Houston to pull some weird trick out of a bag, especially if Mike's mirror box doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know how long a mirror box takes to work, but I'm hopeful that this weekend we will start to see some benefits from it.
Big goals, big goal numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That said, this team, the Houston Dynamo, do like to play with a lot of the ball. They try to have a lot of possession, but it's kind of that aimless possession that we saw Austin play with a lot of in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, but generally, I think the player for us to watch out for most is going to be Jack McGlynn on the Houston Dynamo. He's a midfielder who plays with the ball really, really well, can make long switches like super smoothly. He likes to play up in the attack. He's got really great vision and he's super young. He came from the Philadelphia Union in the offseason, and he's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Ultimately, their back line has a bunch of questions. Their like outside backs haven't been as good without their midfield like superstars of Coco Carrasquilla and Hector Herrera around. So there should be opportunities to kind of exploit their lack of defensive continuity year over year.
Yeah, there's a huge there's been such a huge turnover for injuries and, trades in the offseason. It feels like a team that I don't recognize.
Yeah, and the good thing is that they don't recognize each other either, right? And
yeah.
so they're building that chemistry. And we've seen in Austin's case how that can affect the front line building chemistry.
Right.
But with our relatively settled back line, hopefully we should see some positivity out of this away trip.
Yeah, hoping.
Yeah, if y'all are going to Houston, come find us in the stands. We'll be out there. And we'll be screaming on the boys, carrying on.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
We're really excited. I'm excited for those nachos that I got last time.
Ooh, yeah, the Vietnamese
nachos.
Yeah.
Oof.
With the wonton chips.
Yes, so excited. Just hoping that our momentum stays pushing forward.
Yeah. I will say the local narrative around the Dynamo seems to be the same as every year. We have a soccer team? Wow.
Yeah. I did see a Reddit post while I was scrolling that was like, Austin has 4 times the number of people in their subreddit than we do. Do they have 4 times as many fans? And then there were a lot of people saying swear words in that thread.
That tracks.
Yeah, that sounds like the narrative.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, Houston Dynamo Reddit. We really appreciate you being on here, and tell everybody where they can find you. Oh, the trash? You're right.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. All right. Are you ready for the man of my jersey?
Yeah.
All right. Man of my jersey this week is Guillermo Biru.
Perfect.
I don't think I need to explain.
Nope.
So I won't.
No need. He's the best.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. Please remember to join our Patreon. Get some hot sauce. Get a handkerchief.
Use them together.
Dip that handkerchief in the hot sauce.
I meant to wipe your face after it's too hot, but you're better. You're right. Do it that way.
Rate us 5 stars. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
I will marry Chewies.
Yeah.
Because they love Chew Boom Boom sauce.